Toronto wins it by 6, and they make it a series in double overtime. Kawhi Leonard, 36. He's had at least 30 in all 3 games. Milwaukee hadn't given up 30 to anybody in these playoffs, but then Kawhi's done it in all 3 games. 118, 112. Marc Gasol, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 4 threes, and a post-game visit here to Inside the NBA. Mark, thanks a lot for making the time. We appreciate you. Nice going tonight, man. You had to have it.
Yeah. After a tough game too, personally, you wanted to come out and get rid of the bad taste that you had of, pretty much stick to your stomach for 48 hours. So, yeah, happy.
Mark, were you mad that you didn't play well, or are you mad because you weren't aggressive?
Both.
Okay.
You look back at tape and you're like, okay, I should have been aggressive here. I wasn't. And then the time you were aggressive, I was misreading the situation and rushing some shots. So I'm happy that we won tonight and I get back into the series.
Listen, everybody knows you're a nice guy. I think the reason you're not being aggressive because you want to fit in. We know you're a great passer as a big man. You don't want to do too much, but we saw tonight that when you're aggressive and you just let it go, you're Marc Gasol, you will score at least 60, 70% of the time.
Yeah, you're right. Trying to find my plays on the floor, but first I got to look at the basket and be aggressive. That's what my team needs, and I was happy to be able to help tonight.
So we saw you do it. So is that the why? Is that the why? That's how you change your being aggressive to non-aggressive. Is that the why?
That's what the team needs, and I'm a team guy, obviously, but what the team needs you to be aggressive. You have to be aggressive because it's being selfish by being too unselfish sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I used to say this to some of the guys on the team, the younger players. I said, you could be selfish by trying to get an assist, and I think that at times you were getting assists, but being selfish instead of going for the shot, which is actually yours.
So let me ask you this question also: how weird is it to chase a 7-foot guy who really only shoots threes? Because last series against Embiid, it was more banging. But what's the difference and the difficulty you're having? Because this guy never goes in the post, really.
Yeah, he normally doesn't. He's out there for a reason. He can make a lot of shots. I mean, he can change the game like we saw on game 1. It's the game plan is different. You got to be inside, obviously, helping on Giannis, and he puts a lot of pressure on us. And then you got to build out and take away his shot. And it's multiple efforts.
Mark, how much? There was a lot of talk in between games 2 and 3 from Nick Nurse about possibly changing the starting lineup, and your name came up in the middle of that. Obviously, was there discussion? Did you talk to Nick Nurse? What was going on? And did you know you were starting? When did you know you were starting in this game today?
Thankfully, I don't read or watch TV or I'm not on social media, so I don't know what guys talk about. So I was just focusing on what I had to do to help my team win. That's all I worry about.
Are you saying you don't watch our show?
Not
That's like the only one you do watch.
I'll put it on mute. I'm sorry.
So
hey, I do the same thing.
So what's the
when
mindset of the team now? I know it's tough of going down 2 at their place. You get a tough double overtime game. So what's the mindset of the team now?
The same like we had on game 3. It's for us, you got to protect home court. You can't lose game 4. It's a must win for us.
Hey, let me ask you about Kawhi Leonard, because Kristen Ledlow talked to him after the game, asked him how he was feeling because it looked like something wasn't quite right, and he's saying, look, it's the playoffs. But did he look like himself to you? Did it look like he was struggling a little bit physically?
Obviously, when he was trotting, it looked like he was limping a little bit. But when he had to make plays, he put it all out. And, and defensively, that steal that he had on the handoff, that was a game for us.
Well, I know the Currys get a lot of attention for being in the Western Conference Finals, but the Gasols are in the Eastern Conference Final. One is hurt.
Yeah, I know.
When do you guys communicate as brothers since he's hurt?
Exactly. We do because he's hurt. He don't get to play. So,
okay. If he wasn't hurt, you wouldn't talk to him.
Probably won't.
Well, who buying dinner tonight?
Oh, he's still in Milwaukee. He cannot fly yet.
Okay.
So I'm saving that one.
Isn't there part of you that wishes he were up to speed so you guys could be at this stage sharing it together?
Of course. But he's here in a way. He's here all the time. He's a great example for me. He's always been a great guy. And I'm just trying to beat his team now.
Hey, it's a 2-1 series. Nice going tonight, man. So,
thank you so much.
Muchas gracias, amigo.
De nada.
Me llamo El Padrino Negro.
El Bandolero.
That was great,
Chuck.
man.
I know Spanish.
Adios.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, Megatron.
He calls Chuck calls him the cyborg.
That's the cyborg they got out there, man.